My goodness, five already. I just turned my head away. Hello there, Namaste from Texas. How are you? Insta Knife Guy, how are you doing? Peter, hello there. I hope you're all well. My goodness, 10. William, how you doing? I'm glad to see you here. The more the merrier. The more the merrier. Hello, John, how are you? Bruce, nice to see you. Now, you's all must be bored today. Chris, how are you, sir? Kerry, Wheaton Zombies. That's lovely to see so many people here. Yeah, not too bad, John. Not too bad at all. Trying to keep. It was funny. I've been having a day trying to catch up with comments. I spent about an hour today just sitting with my wee finger going till my wrist got sore doing comments, which I love doing. Don't get me wrong. I love doing. Sometimes you get a wee bit behind though. It doesn't take much. Did you? Well, anybody got any news? Anybody got any exciting knives this week? I know we always start with that, but it's very hard to get a conversation going until everybody comes here. Hello, BJ. As you've seen in my, if you watched my last wee video there, I got this one on Saturday there. Oh, Instant Knife Guy. Before we get started, let me tell you something. That brother has folder. Oh, hang on. Let me just see this now. Oh, since you reviewed it, I'm trying to exchange it. This thing with me. Do you know, I haven't had a look. I must go and have a look after this is over. I'll go and have a look and just see what price it is. He didn't tell me anything about putting the price up, but so it's, a lot of the times, although that's his knives, when they give them to the company, if they see people buying them, they do hike them up. Especially the Chinese, they're quite happy at hiking things up. And I think the way things are going, I think we're the Chinese knives. I can see especially the way things are going with America. I can see. David, how you doing? I can see the prices are going to have to go up. Because I think America's going to charge them extra, aren't they? So that's going to make a big difference to the high-end Chinese knives. Has any, I'm talking about my American viewers here, has any of you heard anything about the price of Chinese knives? Are they going to go up with this hoo-ha that's going on at the minute between Trump and China? Go on ahead and let me know what you've been carrying today. I have to say, I've been carrying that. I've been in the house all day and I've had that in my pocket for 2 days. Now, 2 days solid. I just love the wee thing. Have you seen the Rough Rider swayback with ebony or G10 or something? Yeah, I think it was it a swayback or just a warning? It's beautiful. Yeah, I seen the pictures. I was on Smoky Mountain Knife Works, um, on their live chat on Friday there, so I seen it then. Just beautiful. Oh, I love a swayback. I love it. As you can see, I love a swayback. I mean, and Warnie's is my favourite blade shape, um, especially for traditional knives. But I like a Warnie blade in anything. Greenthorn Haiti. Have I seen that yet, John, or is that just a new one? Speaking of, I saw Effingro on there with a big fat cleaver blade that I want to order end of the month. Do you want to know something? I've had the Effingro blades, and I know that they tell fibs in the steel, but I think as long as you like the knife, if it's 8CR13, you just have to accept that's what it's going to be. But I've had some ones that I don't know what the steel was on them, but I'll tell you what, they cut all right. Carrying the bullet 1503 and the Tucson TS90. Lovely, lovely knives. That 1503 is just gorgeous. I just highly rate that. I'm so looking forward. They've got new ones. I think there's another one coming out in the next week or two. And it's got my Carta or bone on it, I think. It's going to be a lockback again. Hello there, Jonas. How are you, sir? Scott, hello. Sean, hello. Sorry if I've missed anybody. Carried the honey badger. There's a knife I've never had yet. Is the honey badger. Never had it. The Rook P108 is just Reich knives. I should say Rook. Reich knives are just hard to beat. They're just solid knives. There's not much goes wrong with them. They're just a good solid knife. Look, This on table is for no other reason than when I got this, I was looking, I just had my traditionals out and I was having a wee look and I thought, oh, I'll just put the whole type. And I'm going to use the word loosely because some of them are a wee bit loose, but they're traditional patterns, let's put it like that way, with no locks. I've had a year where I've really boosted my traditionals, and it's been a great year. I've enjoyed getting so many different patterns, and when you get different patterns, you then learn about the knife and where it came from, what it was used for. So the handle is skinny and the steel is very mild, it dulls up super quick. Yeah, but they're very reasonably priced, the honey badgers, aren't they? Hello, it's so hard when I say things like that. Ganzo keeps thumping me on the back of the head because they're so good at the minute. They are just unbeatable. And there's a new Ganzo knife. Can't remember. One of my subs sent me a picture of it, and it's beautiful looking. It's now. I've been kept looking at AliExpress and I haven't seen it yet. But hello, Carla. How you doing? Tyrone, very nice to see you. Where do you buy your traditionals from? Well, I buy them from a company over here mostly. I got this one and this one's from Moonraker if you're in the UK, or Heine Haynes is another one that I would use quite regular. The rest are mostly from, well, these two were from friends. Um, these two were gifts, but these Rough Riders and that was a gift. But the Rough Riders and the other books and things like that, I just get them off was that AliExpress? No, I get these from Heine Haynes, the Rough Riders. Although Smoky Mountain Knife Works are going to start delivering abroad soon, and they have such a huge collection compared to what we've got. So I'll be going in for more Rough Riders without a doubt. I love single blades, but I've carried two trappers. I've got two trappers. I just got this one from Donkey Dave, and I have a case one that I got from a fella in Liverpool. That's the only doubles I've got. The rest are all hand, sort of I bought and picked for their different blade styles. Now, when I watched a video, John, how you doing? I watched a video during the week there. It was from Knife Chats with Tobias, and the title of it was brilliant. Is why do I buy these crap knives or cheap knives? And he gave his explanation of why he buys them, and I thought it was the most down to earth video I've ever seen. Yeah, Smoky Mountain Knife Works, they own Rough Riders, and they design as well. They have in house designs and all for Rough Riders, old patterns that are brought forward. Um, but yeah, that video with Knife Chats with Tobias, absolutely brilliant video, and he has hundreds of traditional knives, and he does tend to stick to the cheaper brands. He has dearer ones, but he tends to stick because he can get so many different patterns and it doesn't cost you a fortune. You can buy Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and they're really well made knives. The 420C or 420 blade steel needs sharpened a lot, but it does get a good edge on it, and it gets a reasonable edge on it, and it cuts reasonably well. Just to throw in your pocket to hand to somebody, even they're a great choice. But I love them for their patterns, and that's where my joy of these. If I go through these roughly, just to let you see, my favourite blade styles will start with the Warncliffe. Then you have the clip would probably be my next favourite, and the spear point, but there's not much between those two. The Warncliffe's my favourite. Now, this is the bigger size of a knife. And then when you get down to the medium size, again, I've collected my Warncliffe, the spear point, and the clip. And I want to do that with as many different brands as I can because they're my three favourite knives. I'm going to pick a knife. They will cover anything I need to do, especially as an EDC knife. So I've started picking up different brands. I mean, I've got the Rough Rider now. Um, there's a spear point. That's white bone buckshot. I just think it is stunning. You know, even the bolsters are pinched and fluted. I mean, they're just gorgeous knives. Half stops in most of them. Hello, Menace with Knives. Sorry, I'm talking away here. Yeah, I'm really getting quite passionate about it. And when I look down at these, funny, I just said to my wife there, don't they just look superb when you look down? I think a lot of our modern knives have got very bland. they're all slabs of titanium and or G10, black G10, and there's not much color and there's not much. They all look roughly the same. And I just think when I look down there, that excites me. All the different colors, shapes, the bone, all sorts of different handle. Is anybody else sort of here interested in the traditional knives? Because if you're not, I'll certainly move these out of the way and I'll pull out some other ones. And if you've got any you want to see or you want me to lift up and show, just ask me. Yes, the sow belly would be lovely in that, I'll have to say. But what I do tend to do is just, I'm trying very hard just to buy one of each shape to get me started in the, till I make up the sets of three and whatever. Marbles is another one I want to get, but we just don't get them over here at all, or very rare. I can't find them. But they do them in Smoky Mountain Knife Works. So once I've got the ability, I can buy, 3, 4 knives at a time to cut down on shipping, so it's not going to cost me as much because everything's dear over here anyway. The 2 yellow carbon Stockman knives are excellent. The 2 yellow carbon fiber. Carbon fiber Stockman knives. I can't. What am I thinking of here? Yeah, Corolla, you've about 50, Chris. Corolla, yes. I think Rough Riders are great. I quite happily carry them. I done a cut test with this one day. I don't know whether you've seen it. I done a cut test with this, and by gosh, did it win the cut test. I mean, this is a big knife. Do you know what I mean? This is a 4-inch sort of handle scale. That's a great work knife. Now, it's a trapper. I said it only 2. I've got 3. It's got the one big clip. Isn't that just a beautiful clip? But it's got the frosted scale, so I tend to use, and more because I just like it anyway, is the spay blade. That one's a great work knife. That's the blade I done the test on, cardboard cut test. And there's a video of it. I done it live, as I do most of my cut tests live, every now and then, just to let people see what I do to check a knife. This is an amazing work knife. Amazing. I've seen that video. Yeah, I mean, for the price, I just think they're hard to beat. Do you like open L knives? It's one of my oldest knives, is my open L number 6 that I modded so that I can just pinch it open. Just done that with a wee Dremel. It's so easy to do with a wee Dremel. This knife is, whoa, way long before I get into knife collecting. I used this one at bushcraft, and this was my wee steak knife, my meat knife. It's just done for food prep. It's the carbon steel one as well. I'll have to be honest, most of the time I'll get carbon steel before I get the stainless steel. If there's a choice, I'll always go for the carbon. That's why I like GEC, because most of theirs are going to be the carbon steel. That's my most used one of the GECs. It was my first, and it's the one I used from my posh steak knife. If I'm going out, I'll take that to a restaurant and pull it out. It's not threatening. Not that I go out for a meal much. Did it? Who's that? Is that Tony? Hello, how are you, Tony? Nice to see you. Good evening here and good afternoon over there, I believe. Big Red, how you doing? It's nice to see you. Enjoyed your show last night. It was good crack. Big Red done his early last night, so he was going to work. I'm sure you're knackered. Yes, I was talking on my last video there. I just put up that I was having trouble with one of the custom knife makers that I trying to contact. I wanted to buy more knives, that was all. I didn't get anything free from the man, and I was having no joy in contacting him. I was just putting it up that how disappointed I was. And there was quite a few of my subs came back and said they'd been having problems with him too. So this is just my sort of public apology to my subs. I mean, I am sorry. I mean, I thought he was a really nice guy when I talked to him. I really did think he was a nice guy. I had no thoughts because when I bought the first few knives off him, there was no problem. He answered every time I sent it. And now I've tried to buy. This was what started. I sent him a message saying, "Oh, I'd like to buy that knife you've got up on Instagram," and he never bothered answering. This happened 3 times, and he still hasn't answered. So, hello, Super Steel Steve. How are you? So, I apologise, but there was nothing. I couldn't have seen it coming. I certainly wouldn't have done it if I'd have thought there'd been anything go wrong with it. And I apologise to those who have had problems. But it sort of made me very wary of recommending custom knives again on the channel. I don't know whether I would do it again for that reason. It's different if it's a company where you have comeback and you can, chase a company up. What is the Rough Rider black handle next to the brown trapper? This one here. This is the canoe pattern, and this is in carbon, but it's titanium coated as well. Takes a screaming edge on that, really is, and it's just your traditional canoe pattern. Beautiful, heavy, good solid made, thick blades. Look at the blade stock on them. They're really good thick blades. Heavy wee thing. Really nice knife. If you want a wee work knife, that's a great work knife. If you're not looking for anything huge. And there's a couple of got wee stories that go with them. This one here, I don't know whether you've seen this, is going back on my channel a fair bit. I got this one given to me by a boy in the UK, and he knew I was in the Royal Navy during the time of the Falklands, although I wasn't involved in the Falklands itself. But his father was in I think he was in the army, and he was sent over on the Falklands, and they gave him a tent. Once they landed in the Falklands, they were given a tent, but they issued everybody with one of these. This is a Rogers of Sheffield. It's just like they're a standard issue, although these ones don't even have the arrow on them, so they must have just got a batch of them when the Falklands started, because obviously we had it's oil the joints, there's no grips or anything on, they're just steel, just a wee work knife. But they issued them all with these in case they had to cut them out of the tent if there was an emergency, if they got attacked. But it was never used, and I just thought it was a lovely gift to send. And it means so much to me. It'll never go anywhere, obviously. It was his father's, and no, I was really touched when he sent that to me. It's just a simple little story, but I think I tend to. The knives you get, you can remember when you got them or who got them for you. There's very rarely I would completely forget a knife that somebody gave me. So, come on then, what's the knives this week? I've seen a couple of you put up what knives you had this week. I don't think I've anything coming this week. I'm going to buy another Rough Rider this week. That's about my limit this week. But what else have you had? Or what else do you want? What are you hoping to get in the next week or two? That canoe's really worth it. Yeah, it's lovely. It's only about 12 quid or 13 quid. That's the joy of them. Do you know what I mean? And I mean, if you look at the fit and finish on that, look at that. Look how well that is lined up. The back. I mean, it is absolutely lovely. And for about 13 quid or something, you just can't beat them. Love the cane. That cane was absolutely beautiful. And it's your hands and my hands must be very similar. Actually, while I'll do that now. It's funny, I was hearing you saying that before, and I said I must use that in my. But it looks absolutely perfect. What's your hands? Mine going across there is 3 3/4. 3 3/4, which I think is about the same distance as yours. But as you say, every knife you seem to have had has fitted your hands beautifully. I've just bought a knife from Jeff Bluefelt. I take it he's a South African with that name. It sounds very South African. It's not a name I've heard, Tony, but I take it it's a custom. ProTech. Yeah, the ProTech looks stunning. USA, oh, there you go. That's quite a South African sounding name. And what sort of knife is it, Tony? Saying letter knives for companies he owns. Arcform. Oh yes, yeah, now I've heard of Arcform. I've seen them. The knife I would most like but will never afford. What's that, the Arcform, Chris? Hello Ed, how you doing? Nice to see you. Zach Stuff, how you doing? Been carrying the hell out of my artisan cutlery tradition. Yeah, lovely knife. I have the small version of it, which again is like it's about a R2D2 size. Lovely little knife. The Insingo. Yes, a beautiful knife. Yes, that big red fella just got one. A nice Chris Reeves knife, I have to say. Rachel, how are you? What's the best pivot lubes that's not going to cost a fortune? Well, Rachel, I use that KPL. Um, I don't think it's any better or much worse than most, but it's the one that I use and it works absolutely fine. Anybody else want to jump in there? Because I wouldn't be an expert in lubes. I mean, before I used that KPL, I just used, what do you call that clear stuff? Oh gosh, gone out of my head. Natural, oh, gone. Gone. Somebody help Rachel. Any good lubes out there? That really didn't come out nice. Yes, KPL is great. Young family heading back to university, so no knives for a while. I can identify with that. That sounds good. I'm an expert in many lubes, JT. Well done. You're very welcome. Did you just come in time there? Most, was there a most carried knife for most sailors back in the day in the Navy? No. The actual sailors in the Navy, when we say sailors, we mean the boys that do the decks, that do the anchor, do all that sort of thing, keep the upper deck all clean and painted. That's what we would call sailors in the Navy, and they would have had they would have been issued with the old-fashioned Marlin spike big knife. Um, it was about a 4.5 inch knife, big, heavy, 420. I think it was 420 steel on it. Was never great, so they would have bought themselves better knives. Hello, Connor. How you doing? Did you, MC use Daiwa fishing reel oil? I've heard of that before. Yes, frog lube is good. Daiwa oil, yeah. What's the one I used to use? It was just a natural oil. Can't think. I've been using sewing machine oil. Rachel, I've heard that being used as well. If I keep saying you can get into the cycle of buying all these expensive ones, but that KPL, I'll have to say, what is it, about $10 or something? Um, is pretty good. Mineral oil, Tony, that's the one that I used before I used the KPL. Um, and it worked perfectly well. And it was really good if you had D2 or things like that. You put it all over your knife and it was really good, or carbon. Is the black handled warney in the middle of that new Rough Rider? Is it black handed? Right, what do I see? Which one are you talking about there? Is it this one here you're talking about? It's a big beastie. What do you see the thickness of the blade steel on that? There's a lovely half stop on it, real solid walk and talk. Beautiful, oh, beautiful big knife. And this is the very much a whittling knife. You have a pen blade on that side of her, and you have another pen blade on that side. So there's plenty of spare blade in that for doing a bit of whittling. Although I'll have to say, I've been whittling with that. I whittled a wee bit of wood for my picture tomorrow for Instagram. I'm not talking KY. Rachel, I didn't see the question, so I'm not even going to ask. Holy moly, John Soka has his flying robot in on TV. No, I'm lost there. Woodland Tactical, how are you? Would you be embarrassed if he asked you just how your brother's doing so I can let people know how he's doing? I'm actually gonna I'll take this opportunity. Um Yes, guys, keep it clean. I was going to say my 5,000 subscriber giveaway is still running. And if you haven't been to it, there's just a very small thing you have to do, which is go over to Woodland Tactical's channel, donate whatever you want. It doesn't matter what. I'm not checking. Just go over, donate to his channel, come back to mine, tell me you've done it, and say I'm in. Again, I'm not checking. This is something. Why would you want to tell me lies? So it doesn't really matter. If you've donated but you don't want to be entered in for the prize, just don't write I'm in unless you've wrote I'm in. If the prize comes to you, I'm donating it to Woodland Tactical now, and he can raffle it again. So I'll just send the prize to him. If you're in, you can win it. He's doing better, but still in pain, and needs a lot of time to recover. Well, I suppose it's just going to be one hell of a long road. I seen the X-ray pictures you put up on Instagram, and that was just horrendous, absolutely horrendous. So my prayers are with him, and I'm sure lots of everybody that's here tonight will send our prayers to him, and I hope that he gets better soon. So I'll just recap that again. On my 5,000 giveaway, and I'm going to be drawing that probably next weekend, so I might do it on here next Sunday night. I'll do it on here. How's that? We'll do the giveaway on here next Saturday night. Is that the end I said the end of the month. I'll double check it anyway. I'll put it up on the channel whenever it's going to be. But we'll do it on here on the Sunday night. But just go over, give a donation, whatever you want to give. It doesn't really matter. Just come back on my channel, say you've done it, and put I'm in. And if you don't want to claim the prize, just don't put I'm in. And we'll send, if you win it, the prize will go to Woodland Tactical, and he can redraw it again and maybe get another couple of quid from it. So there's a couple of nice knives there I've given away. Well, I think they're nice anyway. Please go over and have a look. You don't even have to you don't even have to subscribe if you're not subscribed to me. Just enter the draw. This is a special occasion. So that's that now. What else? Now, I'm sitting here trying to think what my next. I really now want to start on the Rough Riders and get my little 3 pattern here: the Warncliffe, the clip, and the spear. So that's where I'm heading this week. I'm going to try and get a new Rough Rider that's got a clip on it, a single blade clip. I don't know whether we have them over here. Axle Greaseworks. Hello there, Mike. How are you? Welcome to the madhouse. Welcome to the madhouse. I don't know where they're going tonight. Come on then. Anybody got something topical that we could maybe get into tonight? Any problems you're having? Anything you want to ask? Oh, Mike, you have to have a strong stomach for this lot here. Another thing, did anybody see the new Benchmade, the wee tiny one? That looks good. And Zach, why have I not seen it on the channel yet? Super Steel Steve's new job. Yes, I seen his video the other day, and damn it, but the man has got talent. Did you see them wee knives and how much they cut? If you haven't seen that one, go see how he had to go at knife making, heat treating, and then doing a cut test. And I'm not even going to tell you the result, but it's worth going to watch. It was epic, it was. Which one? The mini SOCP. I think that's it, Zach. Where did I see it? Gosh. I seen it during the week and it looked absolutely gorgeous. A little small one. Oh, don't know where I seen it, Zach, but it looked beautiful. Have you it ordered? Oh, big red away. Goodbye, big fella. I'm sure he's gone to bed. He was working, I think. I've just got the Suru. Yes, I was watching a video on the Suru the other night there. Who was doing that? That was UK. Oh, I can't think of his channel now. How bad is that? It'll come to me for long. That's what I was like, girl, take care, big red. Um, oh, you had it on your IG? I never seen that. I wonder if I've got you an IG. I must have you an IG. Must have. I'm going to have to check now. UK Legal, yes, sorry, Rachel, you're right. UK Legal had the Suru on, and it's a nice looking wee knife. Although it's one of them knives for me. I really do try not to buy knives that sort of look much alike. And I have a couple of wee stubbies that I like, and what have I got that look, this is this is one of my favourite that I got from Jonas. This is my lovely little stubby small blade knife that I would, and it's so good. I haven't felt that I needed another one. That sort of size. It's beautiful looking carbon fibre. It's a C8 knife with blue titanium, dog leg clip. It's just a lovely little knife. Um, and a frame lock as well. So sometimes when I get one that I really like, if another one comes out with that shape, I tend to try something else. You're into the stubby blades? Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong. I quite like stubby blades, but yeah, as long as they're different shapes. I'm trying to think what else I've got stubby wise, different shapes to prove a point, but I can't really see any at the minute. Oh, that's the other wee stubby. That's my other wee stubby that I like. The wee Ganzo stubby. That is one beautiful little knife. Hang on, my light's going out. Why is my light going out? Right, I'm going to turn a big light on here. Oh! What's going on here? Sorry, talk amongst yourselves there. I'll only be a minute. There we go. Is that light come back on? Yep. Now, after I've wrecked the house, my light was going off there. I don't know what's going on with it. It's on a power bank. Maybe my power bank's running out. That's my other little stubby. And I was to do a cut testing this week, but I never get around to it. So I'm going to do that probably first thing tomorrow morning. I took the clip off this. This is now going to be my in-house work knife. It's stunning. Did you order one, Rachel? Let me tell you, they're so nice. I don't think anybody will be getting rid of them. There's that fella, Knife Chats with Tobias. There, I thought you would like that. I was just talking about your video and see if I get them to go over and have a look at it. I thoroughly enjoyed that the other night. Really enjoyed it. Sorry, this lighting is terrible. Now, see if I can get a bit more light. Oh, do you ever just not feel as if you're going to have a good night? No, I haven't got my eye on one on eBay. Oh, right. Yes, this is my wee selection, Tobias, of traditional knives. Not modern traditional. This is the more the traditional. Now, there's a couple that sort of straddle, but I was getting them out tonight and I was just having a look and I thought, I'm just going to get them. I love the look of them. I know it's not near your collection. Scott, how you doing? Never show your stubby on the internet. Bad man. Bad man. Yes, so I just thought I would get them out. And like you, I'm trying to get little collections, but my collections are more on the blade shapes that I like. Like I have three little small ones or medium sized ones in these three blade shapes, a larger set, and I'm now going to try and get the Rough Rider set with those three. I'm not sure if I can get all three, but I'll try. So that's what I'm sort of looking at the minute and building up my Rough Rider collection. Because I won't be getting too many of these. It's funny, I was looking at the prices in America compared to this. This wee case knife here, which is what? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5.5 inches. That wee case costs about £75 over here, which is what, about $90? That's a lot of money for a wee knife that size. Do you know what I mean? A lot of money for a wee knife that size. And that's the sort of difference between here and there. So now that I've got these ones that I really like. They're my expensive. But now I'm going to go into the Rough Rider and start collecting the different patterns and different blade shapes. I'm sure I've talked about that before. Now, oh, a little bit of other information. Was that a Tony Bowes? Which one? This wee one here? No, I don't think it was. Now, I can't remember that it's saying it. I don't think so. It's just a nice wee knife. It certainly doesn't say his name on it, and I don't think it said it in the. It's just a normal case. Gotta run. Cheerio, Woodland. Take care. Thank you very much for turning up. Sally, have you got another wee power pack? Is your power pack charged up?
No, not much, but
Right. Sorry, I'm just asking my wife. My wee lights run out. I don't know what's wrong with my power pack. I must have left it on, which is nothing unusual. Hi, Paddy. A message here. Did you look at the FH71? I just mentioned that I had seen a picture of it, and it was last night I got a text as well. I haven't seen yours, Archie. I haven't seen yours. Hang on, just changing my wee power pack here. Sorry, this is very.
I don't know what is in it.
Mine has just run out completely. Oh, yours is out as well, is it? Yeah.
Push the wee button.
Huh?
Did you push the wee button on it?
Yeah, there's nothing in it. Just keeps going down again, love. Oh, sorry, folks.
Sorry.
Still looking. This should be working. I don't know what's wrong with it. Where is it? Oh! I don't know what's going on. Everything is falling apart tonight. Thanks, love. Right, that's the best we're going to get, I'm afraid. I'll have to find out why my power pack is not delivering power to my light. Put your dogs in the frame. They're just having their supper. They get a wee 9 o'clockers. They get a wee 9 o'clockers at night time before bed. There was, yes, a couple of other wee channels that have got giveaways that are going on, and they're just young channels. There's Hawaii Knife and Gear. He's got a 250 sub giveaway at the minute. Now it's ending very soon, so I would pop over there if you can. The other one is D's Knives. It's D''S Knives. He's on a 100 sub giveaway. Just a wee shout out for them. I'll put their names down below. And I'll put Tobias's channel down below in the description. That wee video of his is really worth going over and having a look at. It was very interesting. Sorry, where was I? I've lost so many people tonight. I apologise. This has been haphazard at best. Haphazard at best. I really have to do a proper format. Tom HOSANG Outdoors is doing a 500. Oh, very good. Yes, there's another one. Tom HOSANG, HOSANG. He's doing a 500 sub giveaway. I'll put Tom down as well, and I'll put it in the description. Tom HOSANG, 500 sub. Tom's a good channel too. He's on that. He's doing quite a lot with the cup testing as well, and he's sort of the unsung one. Thanks for the shout again. Not a problem. My pleasure. The show must go on. Hello, it's Cassie. Oh, hello, Cassie. Hello, my darling. How are you, love? Granny and Pop send their love to you. Sorry, that's one of my little granddaughters on the YouTubes there, just saying hello to her pups and her granny. So if you would keep it clean just for a wee minute while she's on there, and she doesn't normally stay on too long, but I would appreciate that. She would keep it clean anyway. Is Super Steel Steve here? Get him off. Need to check out quite a few. Will do so today. Thanks for all the leads. What's on the Paddy's wish list? What's on my wish list? Do you know, Zach, I'm not really in a wee wish list at the minute. I've sort of, I think more traditionals. I know that sounds terrible, and a lot of the knife people, I'll not get as many people tonight on because the traditionals are on show, but they're my little passion at the minute. I am buying other knives, but I haven't got any. I want the new Ganzo. I've seen it, the FH71. I really fancy it. It's a lovely looking knife. Um, I'm basically Barney. Um, yeah, so I haven't. There's two Sun knives that I fancy checking again. I haven't checked them for a long while. Archie, if you could only keep one knife on the table, which one would it be? Oh, boys, there's a hard question. If I could only keep one knife on the table, which one would it be? It would probably be this one. This was this is the one that started my real traditional carrying off. This Titty. It's the 78 American Jack with its elderberry jig bone, which I just love. And this is the one I would keep. It's a single blade, which I like more than the multiple blades. So that's the one. Yeah, that's what I would probably keep. Well, apart from Big Red's gift, this is Big Red's gift. This is the $10 miracle knife, which is brilliant. I'll be your baby Bop. I have no idea what these boys are talking about. No proper on the table, Zach. No, these are my traditional non-locking. I know the proper is. I've got quite a few traditional or modern traditionals up there, but tonight I was just sort of hitting on the more traditional. I know there's a couple that blur the lines, but no, the proper would be. I've got other ones up there, plenty of other ones that are modern traditional, which I class as proper. I love the proper, Zach. Still love it. And I'll tell you what, I've done that forward choil in the proper, and I carry it now more than I ever done. The forward choil just completes it for me. Have you ever heard of Shatton Morgan? Tony, you've just rang the bell. Yes, I have heard of Shatton Morgan. There's one that's on one of the, it's a knife, what's it called? Moonraker knives. And it's about £145. Quite expensive, but it's a big lump of a knife with it's like a big spear on it, and it's got writing Queen knives. Is it? No, Shatton Morgan. It's got Shatton Morgan along the blade in big letters, but a beautiful looking knife. That's probably the knife that I'm going to save up a wee bit for. I really fancy it. And it's not in G2, it's in, is it RWL 34? Because a lot of the Shatton Morgan, is it them that does T2, or is that Queen that does D2? Not sure. But it's RW34, RWL34, which is a steel I haven't got. I've actually got a trade that I've done. Well, I'm sending mine tomorrow. They're beautiful, usually regular slippies. That sounds exceptional. It really is a lovely looking knife, brand new too. So it's not a seconds. It looks lovely. So I really quite fancy it. And I've done a trade this week for a UK PK, but it's in the 110V steel. And I know Super Steel Steve doesn't like it, but I haven't had it, and I fancy having a go on it to see what it's like. Queen was big in D2, and I think made S&M. Yeah, that's why I was wondering, is the S&M, was it normally D2? Because this one's RWL 34. Paddy, do you buy any S&Ms? Do you buy any S&M nowadays? Do not buy any. Well, this is not a new one. This is an older one. I don't know whether he's just had it on the back of his shop for ages, because I hadn't seen it before. It looks like an older model, to be honest with you. But it's the sort of place you can ring up and ask them to have a look. What's it like? And if it's not good, you can just send it. And I will just send them back if they're not good. I don't mind if the blades are not right down the centre. Because they're handmade and sometimes they aren't. I can put up with that as long as they're not scratching. Yes, I know you don't like 110V, but I just want to check it out. Not that I disbelieve you, because you're honest Steve, but I just fancy having a wee bash at it myself. It seems to hold an edge forever, and it was either I got a trade, so I'm trading a knife that I've got other steels, so I'm looking forward to it. Tea is a great choice. Drinking cinnamon spice black tea. No, Nambari's tea. Can't beat it. Best tea in the world. Not into S&M, Dave. I don't believe with a name like Dave Donkey, I would say S&M probably is in your repertoire. Bad Paddy. Um, so those of you out there that are into traditionals, have you got any traditionals that you really want? The ones that you find hard to get, or is there ones that are hard to get? I know I see these ones. You see my head; it's absolutely pickled. I'll tell you to be honest with you. I take quite a bit of medication, and I've had it changed this last about 2 weeks ago. I went to the doctor, and I'm having it changed and reduced, and then I have to go back up again, and my head is pickled. I can't remember nothing at the minute. It really is pickled. So it's not only is there madness in me, but oil age and tablets have just been changed, so I'm pickled. Dee. He's amazing. Ta- how's that pronounced? Ties Meads? Um, no, can't say I've heard that at all, Tony. Stick a picture up on Instagram if you got. You've got quite a few traditionals, Tony, haven't you? Or I would love to see wee pictures on Instagram if you have them. Um, Meads Knives on IG. Oh, I'll have a look, Tony. Yeah, I'll have a look. Yeah, if anybody on here's on this week and they fancy it, if they've got Instagram, stick up your traditionals and let me have a wee look at some of your traditionals, your favourites. Hope you have free time this week for the Ganzo and CC4 video. I actually mentioned you in the last video last week. Yes. If you go to my last video, I think it's on this wee knife I just mentioned. I didn't get a chance this week at all. Look, I'll do it for you this week. I promise I'll do it for you. This young chap here had asked me to do a video on the CC4 and he was to sharpen D2. But I was trying to explain on my last little video, the CC4 will not sharpen blunt D2. You actually have to have a wee diamond stone. Now, I've got a wee cheap one to show you which one I use, and what I'll do is I'll blunt the D2 and sharpen it. It'll only take about 10 minutes, and that's live, so we'll do that this week. Mostly Scout fish knives. Yes, if you ever want to see a wild collection of traditional knife chats with Tobias, he has some beautiful collection knives, and they're most of them are just reasonably priced knives, but he has a huge collection of them, which is just I could sit and watch him all night. Dunlop, Bose, Ripple, Tabor, all traditional makers I'd like to own. Tony, where do you get these names? Bose, yes, I've heard of Bose. That's Tony Bose in it, but the other ones I've never heard of. I really am going to have to start looking more. Got a 7095 San Remo. Is that a San Remo? Can't beat San Remo. I absolutely love. Do you know I haven't bought a San Remo in ages? I used to buy them constantly. Naja, Seville. Yes, I have definitely seen them. Yeah, the Spanish ones. I haven't had any now, but I've seen them. I asked my son to get me one when he was over last year, but he didn't bother his backside. Dee dee dee. Dee 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 dee. Right, come on, what's in your heads? Anything in your heads? Help an old fella out here. I'm struggling to think of something to do. It's all that stuff you've been vaping. Yeah, it's fruit. Mine's grape and passion fruit or something. Wouldn't trust anybody named Tony. Yes, I have to say I'm enjoying the vaping. Um, it's just giving me something else to do. Hello, JCB. How are you? It's nice to see you. We've about 10 minutes left, folks. And I apologise for tonight. It's been a rubbish session. I had all great intentions and it's all gone to heck. Next week, I'll tell you what I'll do with 10 minutes left. Shall we do a giveaway? I said I would do a giveaway this week. Right. Stay, please, if you can. There's a giveaway coming. Now, what are you going to get in the giveaway? You're going to get a couple of Paddy stickers. You're also going to get one of these Versa wallets. It's got a little back pocket here. It is two in the front. It is so narrow. It's proper leather. And it's got a little pull tag here. And it pulls your cards up from the inside at the top. So it's a lovely little wallet. Brand new. Not been used by me except for Instagram pictures. And then I'm going to give away. I had this wee knife out the other week. And so many people said they loved it. I think I'm going to give it away. Let me just get the picture. Look at that blade on that. Isn't that beautiful? Let me just get this out of the way. I'm really getting a bad picture on it. There we go. Isn't that beautiful looking? And I'll just take you over. Oh, nearly cut myself there. You can see the line down the middle. Isn't that just beautiful? So, it's a wooden handle, dark wood handle, 3 brass rivets there, and it's a liner lock. So, that's a giveaway. A nice wee wallet, a couple of Paddy swags, and a lovely little wooden handled knife with a Damascus blade, I think. So, Super Steel Steve, he's one of the last two. Do not let Super Steel Steve win. So, that's what I'm going to give away. The question that I would like answered is, something we talked about tonight, and that is, what's my favourite blade shape? Go! BJ, you are the winner. BJ, yes, you're in. BJ, have you sent me your address? I'll put my email down below, but you can PM me on Instagram. It's the same name on Instagram. BJ won it. Sorry, everybody. Well done, BJ. So I'll send that off to you. When Monday or Tuesday, I'll send them off to you as soon as I get to the post office. So there we go. It's a brand new little wallet, and it's a nice knife and a couple of wee Paddy swag stickers. There we go. I type too slow. Do you know, Tobias, so do I. That's why I love doing it, to see other people struggling. Well done, Chris. Yep, you won next week's. Great. Don't worry, Jersey Knife Guy. I am the slowest typer out there. But congratulations to BJ. Look, folks, I'm going to head on. Thank you so much. I'm sorry this was a bit of a scrap session tonight. It all went out of my head completely. I'll be back next week. I'll have a proper topic. I keep saying that. Sometimes I don't. But I'll try and have a better topic and a bit more to talk about. And hopefully these tablets will have sorted themselves out in my head. Thank you so much for putting up with me. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, make notes. Look, Tony, I had a bit of paper with notes and I forgot to look. It's not the notes that are the problem, it's my head. Thank you so much for putting up with me. Yous are all stars. I'll see you through the week. Plenty of wee videos up this week. Take care, then. God bless yous all. Bye now.